They're not wasting any time.
This is the moment, tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over.
Hi there, welcome back to my channel. This is a video about Austrian entry for Eurovision 2022. Another internal selections because they decided to all release their internally selected acts in 3 days. So on March 11th, LUMX and Pia Maria were chosen to represent Austria with the song Hello. The song was written and composed by Anders Nilsson, Gabriel Ponte, Luca Michael Meyer, Rasmus Flick, and Sophie Alexandra Tweed Simons. That's a lot of names for one person. Anyways, this is finally the time to see what Austria is bringing on the table. I've heard it's an upbeat pop song. I can't wait to hear it. Starting with reaction in 3, 2, 1. Entry for Eurovision 2022. It finished a bit unexpectedly. I mean, I expected it to finish because it's close to 3 minutes already, so I knew this was the last chorus, but the finish was a bit like... but let's go over each and every segment individually, starting with song and lyrics. This year Austria is bringing us some R&B pop on the stage. I can't really analyze the music here because it's a bit too complex for me to understand exactly what it is, but it sounds very standard pop production. Nothing too spectacular, nothing we haven't heard before. On the contrary, it's very accessible, very radio friendly. We've heard it before many times, and it reminds me of Ava Max's song, just the song Queens and So Am I. It's all that kind of vibe. I have to say that we lack these kind of songs in 2022, so I'm glad we have at least one song like this. It's upbeat, people like that, people like party songs. This is a party song, and even though the lyrics are a bit deep, I will get into it in a second. I wouldn't really expect such lyrical content from a song of this type. So the message of the song, I feel, is that thinking you have to be in love with someone who isn't in love with you, so some sort of unreturned love. And usually lyrics in such songs are not really deep, and they're mostly basic and just like, very cliche, very standard, very easy to remember. But this one has really nice lines, and one of them is Medusa had the right idea, beautiful is something to fear. That doesn't sound like a line from a song like this, but I'm really happy it features such lyrics, and I always appreciate deeper meanings in music. Overall, there is a bit of a clash in my mind between the production and just the message of the song, because I'm not used to those two coming together, but it's a nice package, I'm into it. So let's go a step further and talk about her vocals. Okay, for the vocals here, I am slightly concerned, solely because this is a studio track, and I got a feeling that vocals in this track were heavily produced and adjusted. They're very consistent, and there is no much ups and downs. You don't really hear anything. There is no difference in her singing throughout the song, so that tells me that they played with the production a little bit. So I don't know what this will sound like live. I will just keep my reserves there for it. I hope they will be decent with the vocals. If they need help of backing vocalists, absolutely sure, yes, they can use that to get some really nice harmonies during the chorus. I noticed here that she probably sings over her voice several times, so they use that here to achieve this echo effect, or the backing vocalist. But I think that if she sings with other people, it's more effective, because just different colors blends together better than one person singing over their own voice to make it more powerful. I would just like to point out that one thing that annoys me, and that's la 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 part. I would get rid of that. Just give me pure instrumental and great dance choreography on stage. That works much better, if you ask me. Let's talk about performance and choreography, of course potentially at Eurovision. One thing that is absolutely sure about this song is that it should be energetic from first second to the last second. There is no time to rest, there is no time to stand in place and be all they really need to get things going on stage. I expect professional choreography. I'm not gonna lie, I expect dancers from this music video. They're cool, I like them. I want to see them attacking that stage with amazing choreography. I can see them playing their instruments and just standing and just doing something. That's alright, but dancers really should be those who entertain and who engage the audience. Lastly, I think that this should be visually impactful, whether that's gonna be through the costumes, LED screen animations, stage effects, colors, reflectors, anything. I hope they will invest in that kind of technology, and to really give us the full package, that is not gonna be just a song with a simple choreography and some light effects. That's not gonna be enough. Even though the song stands out this year, it needs something really good to make it memorable. As I said, it is very radio friendly, and those type of songs you forget because you're so used to them and you feel like you've heard them so many times. That's why they need to grab people with visuals, with a performance, so that people are okay, I remember that song because of that happened on stage, or because we've seen this and that. Some songs don't have that problem because they are so unique that you instantly remember them, you cannot forget them. This one is hurt by not having that in their favor, but if they come up with good live performance and staging, I believe they can succeed. Next is staging and styling. So about their styling here, we see that it is kind of Victorian age inspired, all not really in that dated manner, but they took that style and made it a bit more modern. I really like that. Will they translate that to stage? Who knows? Maybe yes, maybe not. I think not, but if they do, I won't mind it. The problem here, the biggest problem is the staging. What can you do for a song like this? It's just kind of like a party song. We've seen Spain 2019, and we've seen that didn't work. Even though it had that concept and that huge prop, it didn't work. Or at least the result was not good. If you have dancers for this type of a song, it can come across as cheesy, but also if you don't have them, it might feel empty, and it's a party song and there is no that translation of that energy, so it is really difficult. They can try and use technology for this rather than props. Yes, they can take some props with them just to fill the stage with something. If the stage is gonna be huge, I'm not sure about how big the stage is, but the bigger, the more of a challenge it is for such a song to be staged well. That is why I'm saying a really professional choreography is needed here to keep our attention on that and the energy, and not that much on the empty stage that we might probably get. Usually these type of songs are really hard to stage, in my opinion. Hopefully Austria will find a solution. Let's talk about if Austria can qualify for the grand final. Austria performs in the first semi-final in its second half. I feel this might be a closer of the show very easily. It's that type of energy. We don't have much songs like that in the second half. There is Norway that could be potentially a closer. I'm not sure what Iceland and Greece and Armenia have prepared, but I feel that Austria is a nice package that could be a closer. That would absolutely help them to qualify. Closers are usually, not always. We know Denmark last year, but the point is, the later you are, the more chances are people will remember you, especially those passive viewers who just watch the show for the first time and they hear the song for the first time. Being last absolutely works with this kind of audience. Let's see how the Austrian song was received in the community by checking the Eurovision scoreboard app at the moment. Austria is really high there. I think this is qualifying based on that. If they manage to come up with a good staging, with a good performance, absolutely this is qualifying. I'm happy it's not a jury bait song. It's not another 2018-2021 situation that we had. They decided to give us something fresh and something different, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Austria. And what do you think? Tell me in the comment section below. How do you feel about Austrian song? Do you see them qualifying for the grand final? Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Many more content is coming. Songs. There is so many songs this year. I mean, same as always, but there is so little time that I have for these videos, but I'm doing my best, trust me. Next video is gonna be about you, Greece. Until that video, bye.